You can put a narrative to it.
Yeah, we're taking a look at the engine here. You can see the new pistons down inside, and you can see the rods have had machining done to them. So they are supposed to have been have their length blueprinted and balanced and shop peened. Looks like all the bolts have been marked for stretch properly. We've got a forged crank. Forged rods, aren't they? And then the pistons are supposedly hyper-eutectic pistons, which is what the last engine had, and that worked out just fine. So this here
they beat the hell out of. They come apart really nice.
Yeah, they disassemble. They're very light. Very light. Okay, so here is the oil pump. I spec'd a Melling 176 HV oil pump. Now, why won't my stupid screen come on? You're trying to do things and it's not working with me. There we go. Okay, so you can see that it has the mains with the side bolt, and then it has these kind of dowels that go down, and they line up so that the side bolt goes through them. So technically, I guess it's a 6-bolt main, but it is split right there where they go. I'm not sure what the reasoning is. So another thing I'm kind of questioning, but going with it, is these composite tensioners. And I guess what the tensioners do not have is the ratcheting device to hold them tight. So what I'm told is that they are gentler on your chain guides and less prone to stretch your chain. So that could be a good thing. Looks like we have new cam gears on, and then it's kind of different. My old cam did not have these bolts in it, but that's all right. This is the water pump, and that hole in the center is where the return tube connects to on the other side of the block. So here are our heads. It looks like the heads were all nicely painted, kind of aluminum silver-ish. Here is my cam, and they call this an RV Stage 1 cam. You can see there is assembly red lube in there. I had a Melling chain, and the outer links on this chain appear to be just the smallest amount thinner than the Melling timing chain was. But should be alright, because the tensioners, I don't believe, are as hard on the chain. So we'll see what happens. It only has to work until I find a new truck. There is the heat sensor. Warranty is void if the engine overheats and that falls off. And there's the exhaust. The old heads, I had ported them out. I'm not going to do that with these because there's just no time. Then I'm not putting in ARP studs on this one. I'm just going to accept it the way it is. And there's the rear of the crank, and the unknown mechanic has the rear cover and just put in a new Viton seal for that. There's a, let's see, rubber plug that goes in here, and the starting motor goes over there. And hey, what do you think of my new Harbor Freight Pittsburg engine stand? It's It's pretty nice. Very nice, actually. I think the unknown mechanic might even be jealous of it. So, alright. That's that. Now, the project I'm working on right now is the intake. Well, first, I'm having trouble locating a oil sump pickup tube. So here is the old one. That's the connection for the oil pump, and you can see these nice dents in here, and that is where pieces of the piston or rod jammed into it. And this one here, yeah, it's a gouge there too. But I'm having trouble finding a replacement for this thing. You can see the screen has some kibbles and bits in it, and it has this standoff bracket here that seems to only have one spot weld in it. And if for some reason that spot weld failed, it may break open a hole in it, and it'll suck air instead of oil, which would kill the engine the same way the first engine died when that oil sump tube broke. So anyway, that's what I got to do right now, is locate one of them, and then, yeah, here's the intake manifold. And so this side here, where the, you see I made this piece of aluminum to fit in here, and it's just slightly taller than the plastic, so that when you bolt it together, it's making a solid connection. But now, over on this side, this one has disintegrated now, and only in a few thousand miles. So you see here, the whole back of it came apart, and this plastic here, it just crumbles away. It's just unbelievable crap that they're trying to sell us. So anyway, I'm going to dig out this and then form another aluminum strip to go in there. And right there is the piece of aluminum that I'm going to get the material from. So I just cut, what was that? I'm getting funkiness on my screen. So, alright, I'm going to get hopping.
There we go.
And there is the pickup tube and the top of the oil pan. So we have about a 1/2 or 3/4 inch space.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be any better than that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and here is what we've done. We had to get a connecting nut, and the unknown mechanic, we didn't have the correct one, so all we could find was a stainless steel 5/16. So we tapped out the lower end to 8mm by 1 1/4, or 1.25 millimeters.
1.25, yeah.
And then the top we left as 5/16. So we've got a grade 5 bolt in the top, 3/4 of an inch in. And the bottom, we're going to put some red Loctite on that, and it spins in, tightens up good, so we're good to go. And it's got at least a full inch of threads into it from the stud below, so I think we're good. All right, and here is the oil tube. It's got some damage on it, but we simply could not find a replacement. So we just made sure this one here was cleaned out well, and we're just going to reuse it. So down there you see the timing chains, rods, pistons, mains, more rods and pistons, nice and shiny. All right, so we are going to see, we've got to pull this out. We're going to put a little bit of Right Stuff sealer on the base of the pickup tube. Then we're going to put red Loctite in here, and that will hold it and seal it, and we'll be good to go. But first we also need to pour some oil into the oil pump, and so anyway, we're going to discuss that now and go from there.
Well, we can pour